Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of JBF Sports. I am your host, Frankie, and here I am joined by my co-hosts, Jake and Brady. And today we're going to be navigating and getting you through last week of the NFL, which was week 6. So, boys, how are we feeling about this last week of football here, week 6? You know, with all the craziness that went on, y'all.
Yeah, I think it was crazy. Obviously we have no undefeated teams left in
No.
the NFL. The 49ers getting taken down, the Eagles getting taken down
Dude,
by the Jets,
that
and the
one,
49ers obviously taken down by the Browns. It's been crazy, bro.
for real.
I just think, game of the week, probably the New York Jets, not being
Okay.
biased.
All right,
but
Jets fan.
No, not to be biased. But I think the New York Jets versus the Eagles, probably easily the best game of the week. It's got one of the highest view counts. We got 20-14 came down to the wire. We also got the Browns 49ers game, but I just feel like the atmosphere in that stadium was through the roof.
Well, I mean, especially if you're the Browns, like, bouncing off back to that. Dude, the fucking Browns defense is, I think it's honestly better than the 49ers defense. I'm going to be so honest with you, because it is literally on pace to be a historic defense. I forget what the stat was, but I heard it on, I think it was the Pat McAfee show that said it this morning. Dude, they said they were like, I don't remember the stat, but I heard the quote was, they are on pace to be historically good. And I think, honestly, like I think they're better than the 49ers defense.
I mean, they're led by Myles Garrett, who's quite literally
Ridiculous.
one of the best
Stud.
defensive ends in the league, edge rushers. He's just insane.
Yeah, obviously, I don't think we really, we underestimated the Browns coming into the season, I think. Obviously, them taking down the 49ers this week. Obviously, their kicker on the 49ers was missing some field goals, obviously could have won the game if he made at least one of those field goals he missed. But still, this Browns defense, it's just been insane this year, and I think it's obviously the best in the league this year so far.
Let's go back to this Jets game that Jake was talking about down there. Jake, how we feeling, bro? Beating the Eagles, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nah, dude, I can't explain how happy I am to go into this bye week 3-3. No Aaron Rodgers. Got Zach Wilson leading the team. Depleted defense too against this Eagles offense. I mean, you can say that the Eagles were missing Jalen Carter, Darius Slay, but I don't know. It's just a great week. Great week for the New York Jets.
I mean, another surprising thing I'd like to say, sorry if I'm cutting you off here, no interceptions for Zach Wilson. Gotta clap it up for him on that.
Clap it up.
That's a little game for Wilson.
Zach Wilson, past few weeks, he's been looking really good. I mean, obviously Kansas City, game of his life. Incredible game. And from there, he's never looked back. I mean, probably. Donna Kelsey, Zach Wilson looking for some MILFs out there. Anyways, past 3 games, I'm pretty sure one interception, and that was to the Denver Broncos, but
Of all the teams.
Zach Wilson, past 3 games, 1 interception. I feel like he's led this team very well.
Yeah, obviously we could talk about the no interceptions, but there's no touchdown passes thrown. Obviously all by Breece Hall, rushing it in, but this Jets offense has obviously been insane, and I thought it was going to be a lot better, obviously with Aaron Rodgers. Obviously got hurt in the beginning of the season, but what we did see, which was interesting, we saw him taking reps on the field, just throwing the ball.
Dude.
Jake, I gotta ask, since you're a Jets fan, how do you feel?
Nah, I'm so excited. Seeing Aaron Rodgers throw again. I don't know, dude. Honestly, if the Jets can pull off making the playoffs with Zach Wilson, I think he might have a chance at coming back.
That would be dumb stupid, but
another key player on this Jets offense, Garrett Wilson. 12 targets, 8 receptions for 90 yards. I don't know. This kid has been insane. He made an insane catch down the sideline.
That was ridiculous.
Mossing. Who was it? Bradbury?
I think it was. I think it was. Unfortunately, ex-Giant there.
No, that incredible catch. We got Breece Hall in the backfield. He's been doing great. Only 12 carries for 39 yards. He did get that touchdown, which I don't really think was a very smart idea. Could have sealed the game a little earlier. No, taking down the clock, milk it all the way to a field goal.
Okay, yeah.
Could have done that,
One
but
thing I am going to say here, go ahead. Sorry. My fault.
The Jets. No, you're good. The Jets' offense in the red zone, I gotta say, is absolutely atrocious, bro.
Hey.
Like, it's insane how terrible they are.
You want to know what's worse than the Jets' red zone offense?
Who?
The fucking Giants' offense. But we'll get to that. Fucking, he got help. But we'll get to that soon. On the other side of the ball, we had Jalen Hurts throwing for 1 touchdown and three interceptions. Dude, I mean, insane. I'm not gonna lie. Losing Lane Johnson to injury, yeah, sure, that's gonna hurt. But I think we saw a side of Jalen Hurts that no one wants to talk about, and that is the absolute trash side of Jalen Hurts.
Could this be the turnaround that Jalen Hurts? Because obviously, all of a sudden he started being good last year, and obviously, started this year he's been phenomenal. But is it time that we see that maybe we're seeing the real Jalen Hurts come out throwing 3 interceptions against the New York Jets? And I know the Jets have a great defense, but 3 interceptions, I mean, is just insane.
I mean, especially without DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner on that defense of the Jets.
Yeah, they're both injured.
Both injured, and that just can't happen. As an Eagles fan, you hate to see that.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say it right now, and I've always thought this. I never thought Jalen Hurts was good. No bias, no Giants bias whatsoever, but I never thought Jalen Hurts was good, like, at all. I always thought that he was for sure overplayed, and the only reason, or overpaid, and the only reason that he does good is because of the pieces around him. Like, I'm sorry, if you give him what the fucking Giants have, excuse my language, bro, Jalen Hurts is being worse than Daniel Jones. Sure, he can run, yeah, but so can Danny. But you know what I mean? Like, give him the Giants line and give Daniel Jones the Eagles line. I see a significant difference in how the two players play. Daniel Jones is better. Sue me. 100%. Don't actually.
I definitely think he's the system quarterback. I will say that.
Anyways, the receiving things for the Eagles. We got A.J. Brown. 7 receptions, 9 targets for 131 yards.
Damn.
He had a very solid game. He did take advantage of those corners that were in the game. I'm pretty sure one was James. I don't know, the last name was James, and we got another guy off the practice squad. And he definitely did take advantage of that. We saw Devonta Smith, 5 receptions, 11 targets.
Oof.
Highest targets on the team. Only for 44 yards, though. He did drop a very crucial pass in the third quarter. Flat out dropped it. Wide open field, 20 yards right in front of him. Yeah, that just can't really happen.
I think the 11 targets and 5 receptions is an absolutely crazy stat there. I mean, you're catching less than half the percent of the balls that are thrown to you. That's definitely out of the norm for Devonta Smith. I hope he rebounds for sure.
But you also got to think, how many of those were, tipped or bad throws, targets, looking at stats, you could say, oh my God, it's terrible. You don't know actual plays.
I didn't think about that.
But still, I mean, 5 for 11 is crazy. All right, and Dallas Goedert, obviously, 5 receptions for, 8 targets, 42 yards. A solid game from a tight end. Dallas Goedert is obviously one of the better tight ends in the league. He's mediocre, though. But something that this Eagles offense needs, and we have DeAndre Swift, Boston Scott.
Definitely a very good option, Dallas Goedert. You could say that he's mediocre, but I feel like he's definitely a higher end tight end in this league.
Yeah.
I can agree. He's reliable for sure, especially in situations where Jalen needs to get the ball out. If Goddard's wide open, you can 100% be sure that Jalen Hurts will be looking for him if he has time.
Like we saw at the end of the game, we saw Jalen Hurts try to target Dallas Goedert left side of the field, intercepted by Tony Adams to bring it back to inside the 10-yard line, which basically sealed the game for the New York Jets.
To go back on that Goddard thing, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you guys remember this, but wasn't the pass that was intercepted literally for Dallas Goedert?
Yeah.
And then did Quinnen pick that? Was that Quinnen Williams' interception?
Yeah, it was
Dude.
a pass to Goddard. It looked like he caught it, but he didn't have control of it. Popped it right out. I'm pretty sure Jermaine Johnson
That
hit it
is
out
crazy.
right into Quinnen's arms
That's
for a
like
takeaway.
that's ridiculous. That's
But another takeaway in this game, we saw DeAndre Swift, right? DeAndre Swift.
yeah, Swift.
Uh, pretty sure it was C.J. Mosley who punched it right out of his arms for another takeaway from this Jets defense.
If Aaron Rodgers was your quarterback right now, do you think you're winning the Super Bowl this year? Honestly.
Honestly, no.
Okay.
I don't think our team doesn't have the experience besides Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
But I think that we could have a decent shot at going deep into the playoffs.
No, for sure, for sure. I agree.
I think you guys make conference, honestly.
No, I agree. I think they make the championship.
Oh. You know, I wouldn't have that high of expectations because I don't really want to, I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't like expect it. I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You'd make the wild card and then maybe lose in the divisional. But I think at ceiling this year is for sure with Rodgers. I mean, honestly, if he
Very
comes
high.
back, yeah, sure. He could totally. I mean, I think the ceiling honestly is the Super Bowl. I feel like a lot of Jets fans, from what I heard, like around like media, Twitter, and all that, or X now because it's called X. Thank you, Elon. A lot of Jets fans were saying it's Super Bowl or bust, and that's to me. I think it's really too high of hopes.
Yeah. But let's look at the Giants, Bills, or you want to look at the Patriots,
We have
Raiders? Let's
to.
go. Let's go Patriots, Raiders first.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so me, I'm a Patriots fan. Obviously, a very disappointing season. I think it mainly has to do with Bill Belichick and obviously the around him. But hey, I mean, did put up a pretty good fight against the Raiders, but I don't think Mac Jones went 24 for 33, 200 yards, one interception. One interception. Hey,
Has-
that's
Has
somewhere.
that
We're
dude
getting
thrown
somewhere.
a touchdown pass this month?
I don't think so.
That is crazy.
I'll be honest, but I think we need to get away from Mac Jones, especially with the linemen or the lines. The line is really bad, and I think we need to put Malik Cunningham in there. He's a faster quarterback, and I think he could be a really good quarterback for this offensive line and for the Patriots. But as you look at some of the players, rushing wise, Ramondre Stevenson went 10 for 46 yards. Ezekiel Elliott 7 for 34 yards, and honestly, I do not know why we went for Ezekiel Elliott.
I was about to ask that. Like, it's odd seeing that Ramondre Stevenson, a very, very good running back last year.
Ramondre's good. Yeah.
He's great. Ezekiel Elliott, I don't know.
He can catch too.
He gained a few. I don't know about Ezekiel Elliott. I don't think that was a smart move because you have.
Come on, we can say
he gained a few. He gained a few.
Bro's a bust. What do you want to call him? Like, just God as it is, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah,
I just don't think that Zeke was really a smart move from this Patriots offense.
Did you sign him to a deal, like a multi-year deal?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure we did.
One player you for sure signed to a multi-year deal was the player that you were talking about to take over for Mac Jones, Malik Cunningham. You're paying him what, $33 million over 3 years?
Yeah.
And you're not using him.
No, we didn't use him. They said Mac Jones is on a short leash. I know it was rumored, and I knew nothing was going to get done because I know Bill Belichick by now. We all know that it was Tom Brady in the Tom Brady era when he was on the team that gave those Patriots 6 Super Bowls. It was not Bill Belichick, and it's been clearly showing these past few years.
I can agree. I mean, first year he went to the Buccaneers. We all remember it. He won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Another thing I find interesting is that the Jets just can't buy a win against this Patriots team for whatever reason. I don't understand.
Yeah, you're their lone win, bro. Holy.
Since dating back to 2015, not one single win.
That's so sad.
And they're in the same division.
I'm saying it this time. I'm saying it now. We're gonna go 2-15, the 2 wins against the Jets, obviously.
Ridiculous. Bro.
Yeah, and that's gonna ruin the Jets' playoff hopes.
That's so sad.
As we take a look at the receiving sides of things for this game, Kendrick Bourne 10 receptions for 89 yards, Mike Gesicki 3 for 28, Stevens had 5 for 24, and we have a few other ones that are just one reception for a few yards. And honestly, getting rid of
Oh yeah, you guys have Mike Gesicki.
yeah, we
I
got rid of
forgot about that.
we got rid of Jacoby Myers. He was such a great guy. I mean, you relied on him, and now he's on the Raiders.
I was just
So
about to say, isn't
Other side
Jacoby
of the ball.
Myers
Caught a
on the
touchdown.
Raiders? He did.
yeah, he caught a touchdown, and now we don't have anyone. The players we should be playing is Booty and Douglas. But I think Douglas is hurt right now, and Booty we're not playing him, so I don't know what's going on with that. They're two guys that could be good in the upcoming years, but we're not playing them, so I don't know what's going on with that. And
That's
can we
the Bill
talk about
Belichick.
Tavai real quick? Obviously, we had the big hit. I think it was Peppers, Jabril Peppers on Devontae Adams, and
I
then
missed
Tavai
it, bro.
picking it up and catching it and intercepting it. That is honestly the highlight of the season so far. And I know we're in week 6 and we're talking about highlights for the
That's
team.
So sad.
And I think it will be the highlight for the team for the whole year. I don't think we're gonna have another great play because I have very little faith in this Patriots team.
Unless it's against the New York Jets.
Yeah, unless if it's against the New York Jets and we get another win. But yeah, that's all that I got.
It's interesting
Patriots.
because at the beginning of the season, the Patriots didn't look that bad.
Yeah.
They actually
No.
the
You looked
Eagles almost won
the
that game.
Eagles, yeah, you guys literally almost beat the Eagles.
Yeah, well, if Mac Jones didn't do what he did in the first quarter, we could have probably won the game. You know?
That's proving my point that the Eagles are not as good as their record
they seem.
shows.
Nope. As we look at the other side of the ball,
Yeah, let's look
For
at the
the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Let's talk about the Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo throwing for 14 for 22, tossing a tutty, one interception too, but
162 yards.
not
And
bad.
he got hurt this game
He
too.
did get hurt.
He did
Was
get
that
hurt, he
concussion?
did.
Was that the concussion game? Or was it the back injury?
I don't know, but at least Brian Hoyer, we know, came in that game.
Dude came in and slung. That's all I know. 102 yards.
Yeah, and
What a
guess
guy.
what? Another former Patriot.
Oh yeah,
So-
true.
So
I'm pretty
we have-
sure this entire Raiders team is made up of backup Patriots quarterbacks. Jimmy Garoppolo, Brian Hoyer, and Jarrett Stidham are all on this team.
Yep. And hey, can we
That's
say something?
crazy.
You know how people are calling the Jets the New York Packers? Can we call this team the Las Vegas
They're the Las
Patriots? Because
Vegas Patriots, actually.
they also have Jacoby Myers on this team, and they have Josh McDaniel as their coach.
As their
So I
freaking
mean, it's like
It's crazy.
so it's like the Las Vegas Patriots.
It's ridiculous.
Josh Jacobs. Can we just say 25 carries for
That's
77 yards? I expect a little bit more rushing, but
I mean, for
25 carries. 25 carries. I mean, that's pretty.
That's a heavy workload, especially for a
heavy
running back.
workload.
I mean, I get it. He's a really good running back. Josh Jacobs, I'd honestly argue, is. I mean, I don't know if I'd call him top 5 this year, but he's definitely going to end up as one of the top 5 running backs.
Oh,
in
yeah, 100%.
In this era. But yeah, 25 carries, only 77 yards. It's underwhelming. That's averaging what, like 3 yards per carry?
Yeah,
I mean,
just above 3 yards.
yeah. I mean,
And
it's,
then
still,
I
I mean,
got-
it's nice.
On the receiving side of things, we got Michael Mayer.
Oh, the tight end, Michael Mayer from Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, Michael Mayer.
That's
5
baby
receptions.
Gronk.
5
Hot dog.
receptions for 75 yards. That is very solid
No, he good.
for a tight end. Very
I mean,
solid.
and
I'd like to see that.
From this point, I mean, and you know what? I mean, not to put another thing on the Patriots, but Michael Mayer hasn't really been like a star of a game. He
No,
hasn't really been
he has
used
not.
all that
This
much until this
No, he
game.
hasn't.
He's the leading receiver on this game, almost cracking 100. That's crazy. Against
I'd like
the
to see that.
Patriots, go figure.
Way to be
Yeah, and
Michael
then-
Mayer.
And then Jacoby, 5 receptions, 61 yards, a tutty, as Brady mentioned.
Yeah.
Another an interesting thing, Devontae Adams, a ghost in this game.
Yeah,
Nowhere to
actually.
be seen. 2 receptions for 29 yards. 5 targets, only caught 2 of them. That's very interesting.
Again, do we
Top
know
player
if
in the
one was
league.
picked?
Yeah, Devontae Adams was very underutilized in this game, and
Yeah.
obviously the Raiders didn't necessarily need him to perform that well. So I mean that's why they're like giving him a little rest. But like still, I mean it's Devontae Adams. I mean you got to throw him the ball.
Yeah, like come on. He's literally the reason you brought him in was so that you could toss the ball up to him. Jake, question for you. Do you think should the Jets start to go on a run here when Aaron Rodgers get healthy? Do you think the Jets will try to make an offer for Devontae Adams to get him reunited with Aaron?
I mean,
How'd you feel?
I feel like, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like I see flashes of Devontae Adams in Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson,
Really?
easily wide receiver 1 on this Jets offense. I mean, Rodgers said it. Garrett Wilson, he's a special kid. I just love to see how he's playing. He just needs more plays to make. He's the playmaker on this team.
Definitely needs a quarterback to make those plays.
Yes, 100%. But also, I'm not saying like we shouldn't go after any receiver because we did trade Mecole Hardman to the Chiefs and make some room for either an O lineman or wide receiver, whatever, any of those positions.
Right.
All right, I think
that's crazy though. I just learned about that recently. Trading Mecole Hardman back to the Chiefs, bringing him right back to where he started. He didn't really get used on the Jets all that much.
No, he didn't. I'm pretty sure like less than 5 targets for him. Pretty sure 1 reception from that man.
All right, Frank. All right, Frankie. I think it's time we go to the Giants. Your
Do
team.
we even have to cover this game?
Yeah.
This game literally put me to sleep, dude. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Until the end, where we had a chance to win that game against the Bills, which, like I said, Darren Waller got held. I was dead ass falling asleep, But I guess we'll cover the game.
Can I just say something real quick?
Go for it.
Jake, Frankie, and I, we did Madden simulations, and they had the Jets beating the Eagles, and they had the Giants beating the Bills. Obviously early, we were like, "Damn, Madden really, really
on
hit the nail on the head."
Dog, it was 6-0 through the third quarter. We were up 6-0.
I'm pretty sure it was 9-0 at one point until the Bills started scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, it was. Bro, oh my God. Yeah, because we scored first in the fourth quarter. The Bills went 3 quarters without scoring, and then they just decide, oh, well, you know what? We're going to wake the hell up, and then they score 14 points. And, we could have scored 10 in the second quarter if Tyrod Taylor didn't decide, let's audible to a run with no timeouts, and let's not get in. Dude, why didn't he just try like a quick pass? He had time on the clock. He had 15 seconds. 15 seconds to get a playoff. They didn't get the playoff. They didn't get to the line in 15 seconds to spike the ball, to kick, get this, another field goal. Because we try to run it, right? We run it with 15 seconds left. He gets stopped with 10. And we don't get to the set. We don't get set in 10 seconds. That's bad. That's really bad.
But can I say something though?
Yeah, go for it.
Tyrod Taylor coming into this game went 24 for 36 200 yards. I think he's better than Daniel Jones.
I agree. Because and here come the Daniel Jones stance. Yeah, well, Daniel Jones didn't have a good line. He hasn't had anyone to throw to. Does Tyrod not have the same line? Does he not? Does he not have Evan Neal not being able to block? Exactly.
Burger flipper.
He still has the same exact line. And Tyrod was actually able to understand that there was pressure coming to him, and he had to use his legs, which Daniel Jones used to be good at, but he's gone dormant.
But
Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, but I do think that's where the years in the NFL, the veteran Tyrod Taylor has over Daniel Jones, which is kind of new to the league.
Experience.
He has that's the word I was looking for. He has the experience. He's like he's in his 30s.
Isn't he like?
So 34? He knows. Yeah, something like that. So he knows he's obviously ready for that stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He played for the Bills.
I mean, yeah, bro, exactly. This was his old team. You knew Tyrod was going to play good against his old team. I'm wondering. We have Washington this week, which I mean, honestly, I think. I mean, with the way things have been going, you're gonna call me crazy for having optimism, but I think we can beat Washington. If Tyrod Taylor is able to handle their defense, which again Washington has a very good defense. If he's able to handle their pass rush and do what he did against the Bills, and our defense is able to do what they did against the Bills, sure, yeah, we can win for sure. But focusing back on this game, another unsung hero of this game was the main man himself, the leader of this offense, Saquon Barkley. 24 carries, 93 yards, no touchdowns. Could have, like I said, he could have on the 1 yard line. But he was just a little short, and then we couldn't get the ball spiked with 10 seconds. But we won't go back to that.
No, wait.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to add. Very interesting how Saquon had 24 carries this game after coming back from, what was it, an ankle injury?
Yeah, high ankle sprain.
High ankle sprain. Just put in 24 carries on his back immediately after his...
I mean, that's why we drafted him. We expected him to take this heavy workload. It's unfortunate that he's dealt with injuries, but listen, if Saquon's not healthy and he's not on this team, our offense is just not there.
A dumpster
and
fire.
It's surprising with 93 yards, especially like I said with the offensive line. If we utilize him and Tyrod's legs being able to escape the pocket, for sure, yeah, we're gonna win some games. And I think Tyrod Taylor could be the next Geno Smith story. You know, no one ever gave him a chance. Tyrod Taylor went down for the the starting quarterback got traded, but Daniel Jones is injured. Geno was told to step up. The team was supposed to be terrible, and then they went on a run. That's not happening now. You know, we're 1-5. We're trash. Sorry about it, Giants, but we're horrible. But if we can get Tyrod adjusted to the system, and we continue to utilize him, and our defense, which is what I wanted to get to, playing amazing.
First
freaking Okirike, a tipped pick. What else? McFadden also got a pick. I mean, it was crazy. Oh wait, no, was it Okirike who tipped the pick and McFadden who picked it off? I don't know. One of those two.
It was that way, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, but even still, our defense played amazing against an amazing Bills team, I'd add you. Josh Allen was being pressured almost. I mean, I don't know the percentage, but I know he was being pressured a lot. He was throwing a lot of bad passes. Again, thank you to that pressure. Yeah. And then again, we had the picks. We had some tackles for losses. We had a couple sacks on Josh Allen. Dude, I really think the only thing holding our team back is what it's been in recent years. It's weird saying that as a Giants fan because it's usually been our defense, but it's our offense that's holding us back. We haven't scored a touchdown in 13 quarters. That's sad. That's really, really sad.
What a stat.
Yeah, wow. No, right? That's really sad.
Going to this Bills team, would you be a little concerned as to how Josh Allen has played?
Oh, for sure.
I was about to say Josh Allen did not look like himself that game.
The first 3 quarters, definitely not.
No, I agree. I think one thing Josh Allen has not had this year is consistency.
Nope, not at all.
At all. None. Sure, when he's on, I mean, we've seen it. He was decimating teams, decimating the Miami Dolphins, decimating the 2 other opponents that they played before us. And then he comes into this game, I'm thinking, well, we're dead. And then he only throws 2 touchdowns and he throws a pick. I mean, hey. And like I said, our defense is very good. But Josh Allen also might not be
really good. Stephon Diggs, 10 receptions, 100 yards.
16 targets is stupid.
16 target. It is. It's crazy. But, he is their biggest key player on this team.
I mean, it looks like he's the only one that showed up this game. I mean, damn.
Dude. I mean, going back up.
I mean, sure, James
Cook in the backfield. It's surprising how much they used him. How little they used him. Only 14 carries, 71 yards. He averaged a little over 5 yards per carry. It's interesting to see that he didn't get more carries on that.
I mean, him and Latavius Murray, they split. It seems like they split carries. there,
Okay,
so
yeah.
I could see why, it doesn't look like a lot, but 71 yards, pretty good. 14
Very good.
carries for Cook, 12 carries for Murray. Murray getting 45 yards. And then Allen, again, not using his legs like he usually does, being contained by this Giants defense.
Yep.
And how about Damian Harris?
Poor guy. Poor Damian Harris.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a
I
career,
just remembered that he got
and
injured.
yeah, he got hurt off the field
That was
in the
scary. That was
ambulance.
honestly scary. My fault for
That
going
was
like,
scary.
yeah, but I completely forgot that he got injured, dude. Damn.
Yeah. Prayers up to Damian Harris. Hopefully
Prayers
he
up,
can-
actually. I heard that he got released. I heard that he got released from the hospital the day after the game, which is very good.
Okay,
That's
that's
good.
good. That's
And
good.
he's also a former Patriot, by the way. So
I do know that. I do know that.
Yeah, but this Bills defense. Obviously, you're playing the New York Giants, but
You should be.
was able
I'm
to.
sorry. You should be fucking murdering us. The fact that you let Tyrod
Definitely.
Taylor throw 200 yards and have Saquon Barkley rush for 96 is concerning. Sorry about it,
That
Bills.
is. I mean, only 9 points, but
Yeah, but that's us imploding on ourselves.
that's true. You
Speaking
got
of,
the Giants O line.
yeah, and speaking of terrible calls, and then we can move on because I feel like we've been on this game for a little while. We could talk about. We're gonna recap the rest of the games. We'll do it briefly. I think what's gonna end up happening is every week we're gonna recap our games pretty much in depth, and then we'll go in and we'll discuss the other games. Not as much, just because
Very
they're not our
briefly.
teams. We don't really know that much about the teams, but we will still go over them just so that those teams that we missed will get a spotlight. But yeah, one thing that I'm gonna say about this New York Giants game that came down to the very end, literally last play, both
Ugh.
occurring on Darren Waller.
Yep.
Tyrod passes to Darren Waller in the end zone, gets a pass interference call on him. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, we might actually win. We could win this game. We're on the 1 yard line. It's gonna be an untimed down. We're good. We're good. We're gonna win. We can win this game. Let's run it with Saquon. No.
Nope.
What happens is Tyrod drops back, and Darren Waller is literally being hugged.
Huh?
no, he's not being
He's-
hugged. He's
he-
being
He's literally
Hugged,
being,
bro.
we can't really say that on this pod, but we know what happened to Darren Waller. We all saw it.
his
Mhm.
jersey, bro. It was getting
And the
grabbed.
refs don't call it. We lose because the refs had a parlay on the Bills and they needed to hit. That's all I'll say. I'm
Yep.
done. I'm done. We got screwed. We're gonna beat Washington.
I mean,
And,
obviously, the Giants definitely should be doing better on offense, but
we should have been 2-4.
you know,
I'm sorry.
yeah, they could. They definitely very easily could have won this game.
No, but I think one thing, and then we'll move on. Mike Kafka, our offensive coordinator, he gotta go because if he's not scoring when you got prime opportunities and you're calling these terrible plays that don't do damn, come on, bro. You've been doing it all season. And the only reason we beat the Cardinals in the second half was because Brian Dable started calling the plays. Dable, do your job and take over the play calling. Thank you.
All right.
What do you say we
I
move
think-
on? Should we move on to the Let's recap some of the games.
The rest of the games.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's recap the rest of the games.
Very briefly.
So we're gonna start with our recap. Obviously, we'll start with Thursday Night Football. Broncos at Chiefs. Chiefs take down the Broncos 19-8. The Chiefs moved to 5-1, and the Broncos moved to 1-5. I think that was no surprise there. And then we go into the London game, the first game on Sunday in the morning. The Ravens take down the Titans. The Ravens go 4-2, and the Titans go 2-4.
24-16 that game.
Yeah, 24-16.
Another 20.
And same with this.
And
Yeah, same with this game. 24-16. Commanders take down the Falcons. They're both 3-3.
okay, Commanders going into that Giants game with the win. As we get to the Vikings Bears, Vikings take down the Bears 19-13. Honestly, this Vikings team hasn't really been doing so hot this entire season. Justin Jefferson out till like week around week 11, somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. As we go ahead and go down to the Seahawks Bengals game. Excuse me. No, Vikings advance to 2-4 as the Bears fall to 1-5. Seahawks Bengals. Bengals take down the Seahawks. Joe Burr, making a comeback this season. Bengals advance to 3-3. Seahawks 3-2. 49ers Browns. We did very briefly go over this game. Browns take down the 49ers, which is kind of crazy, as you guys can probably agree. Browns advance to 3-2 as the 49ers fall to 5-1. A very crucial missed field goal by Jake Moody in those final seconds.
Moving on, we got our, I believe, afternoon slate moving into Saints and Texans. Texans taking on the Saints 20-13, and C.J. Stroud continuing his offensive rookie of the year campaign.
Oh my goodness!
Both teams moving to 3-3. Derek Carr coming back this game, and not being able to outscore these Texans, which again, C.J. Stroud playing phenomenally behind a trash O-line, might I add. Moving into the Colts and the Jaguars. The Jaguars dominating this game, moving to 4-2. Winning 37-20 over the Colts. Colts getting some unfortunate news about Anthony Richardson getting season-ending surgery. Very unfortunate.
Gator.
Yeah, unfortunate.
My Florida Gator quarterback.
Anthony Richardson. Jaguars moved to 4-2. Colts 3-3.
I'm very impressed with this Jaguars team.
Me too. They did not. Did they start off hot? I don't remember.
They could definitely go into this playoffs.
Oh, for sure.
Really hot.
I mean, I think they could win the division.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Let's move on to the best of teams and the worst of teams. The Dolphins and the Panthers. Both teams, different ends of the spectrum. Dolphins looking like Super Bowl contenders. The Panthers, not even they know what they're doing. Falling to 0-6, losing 42-21 to the 5-1 Dolphins.
But one thing with the Panthers, one bright spot on that team, I would say, is Adam Thielen. He's been going off recently.
I can agree.
In fantasy too, which is a very good thing.
All right. As we go down a little bit more, we obviously covered the Patriots and the Raiders. Patriots fall to 1-5, and Raiders go 3-3, 21-17 that game. And then we got the Lions and the Bucks. We thought the Bucks were a decent team. Coming into this game, we thought this game was going to be. Yeah, Baker Mayfield's been doing really well this season, but obviously not so well this game as the Lions take them down 20-6. I think the Lions could make it far into this playoffs. I think that we can see the Lions in the playoffs.
I can see them.
They go to 5-1. Yeah, they go to 5-1. The Buccaneers, they fall to 3-2, and they're still there, but not there that much.
They can win the
one thing I may add with the Lions is that the only person on their team that does have Super Bowl experience is Jared Goff.
And that's honestly good. Having a quarterback with Super Bowl experience, very, very good. That is very good.
Very young team. I'd like to see where they go.
I'll say.
Speaking with Jared Goff and Super Bowl experience, we go with the Rams. The Rams, his former team, they take down the Cardinals 26-9. These Cardinals, they don't know what they're doing. I don't think the only team that they've beaten those so far this season is obviously the Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys. Suck it, Dallas. I hate y'all.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure everybody hates Dallas.
But you know what? Can we give credit to the Cardinals? They've been competitive. Sure, not this game, but they've been fighting. They've been fighting. I think they're a lot better. I don't think they're the worst of the worst. And
they're definitely better than what the records
with a scenery change for sure. And some pieces being added on that wide receiver core. And if Kyler Murray comes back, team could do good. Team will do good. Excuse me.
So the Rams take down the Cardinals 26-9. The Rams go 3-3, and the Cardinals go 1-5 so far in the season.
With Cooper Kupp back.
Yes, with Cooper Kupp back.
And we head to the Jets-Eagles game that we already covered. Jets defeat once was the undefeated Eagles 20-14 as the Jets head 3-3 into the bye, and the Eagles 5-1 as they face the Dolphins Sunday night.
We're just gonna skip over the Giants and the Bills because no one wants to talk about that.
Monday night, Cowboys-Chargers. Cowboys in a very close game defeat the Chargers 20-17. You know, I don't like the Cowboys. I hate Dak Prescott.
Excuse me.
But, you know, they pull off the win as they advance 4-2, and the Chargers unfortunately fall to 2-3. I do like this Chargers team. Mike Williams? Mike Williams.
He got injured. He's out for the year.
Out for the
Poor
year.
guy.
Last game, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, very big piece to this Chargers offense.
There is one thing I want to talk about from this Cowboys-Chargers game, and I'm sure it's the thing that it was the thing that everyone was talking about. How about that freaking lady in the crowd?
Yeah. What was
that fan was crazy. If that was I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed that she was real, but if she was a real fan, which, hey, listen, if you're a real fan like that to the Chargers, good for you, because you have suffered for so long. Like, so long with such bad teams. Can we just give a shout out to that lady? Just shout out to her. Shout out to her.
Yeah. And obviously, the teams that were on bye this week, the Steelers and the Packers. The Steelers go on to LA, and the Packers go on to Denver next week.
All right, and that'll conclude our NFL recap week 6. Anything else you guys got to say?
I mean, after watching the Bills versus Giants game, I think I got 2 closing thoughts here. Number 1, NFL, get your ref situation together. What are we doing? Do better.
Yep.
Make the right calls.
Do better.
And 2, Tyrod Taylor is our future. It's Tyrod time, baby.
Tyrod time.
Yeah.
And Brady.
I hope we put Malik Cunningham in against the Bills, because if we need to do something, we need to change something, because we can't keep losing like this. It just looks embarrassing, and you know, after this year, I hope Bill Belichick gets fired or something. You know, we need change in this Patriots team, and it needs to start now.
3 years, $33 million, not even playing.
And for my New York Jets, heading into the bye week, pretty happy. We will see the Giants week 7?
8.
Week 8.
I'm excited. Should we stream that one?
I'm excited for that game. I think we should.
We gotta stream that one. We gotta stream that one.
Yeah, Robert Saleh, a great coach. I think we're heading in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe. If you're on the podcast,
Spotify,
keep
baby.
listening. Spotify podcast, baby.
Hey.
I hope you guys have a great night.
Yes,
Anything
sir.
from you, Frankie?
Yeah. I just wanted to say, keep an eye out a little bit later. A couple hours, we're gonna have a video going up for our predictions for the week. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. Sorry for cutting you off, Jake. My fault.
No, you're good. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Peace.